been a few weeks since I started trading the Dark Nova, the newest Dark EA on a $1,000 live account. In this video, I'll show you the results from my live account where I'm trading on only one pair, and from another demo account where I'm trading on 3 currency pairs. Is it performing as expected, or do I need to adjust the settings? Let's take a look. So as mentioned, this is the Dark Nova, and it is the newest EA from the Dark EA's developer, and I'm sure most of you have heard about his EAs, the Dark Venus, the Dark Gold, the Dark Titan, the Dark Dion, and there's quite a few. Some are free, some are paid, but this is the newest one, and it is only available on his website, and I will leave a link to it down below in the description, of course. And let's take a look at the account so far. So what you can see is that this is the live account where we are trading it, and it's with IC Markets. And currently I'm only trading it on the New Zealand CAD. If you saw the website, or if you took notice, you'd see that it's actually for the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. So because I was testing it out on a live account before even trying it on a demo account, I thought let me be a little bit more cautious, and I just placed it onto one chart for now, and I selected the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. So let's take a quick look at the results, and what you can see is that we've been trading it since the 11th of September, and today is the 11th of July, so it's exactly 1 month, and I'm trading it very conservatively, and I'll show you the settings in a second. You can see that obviously the trade sizes are very, very small, 0.01, 0.01 all the way, nothing bigger than 0.01 even on the recovery trades, and there's a reason for that. And what you'll see is that we've made a profit of $14, so it's about 1.5%, right? So not a huge amount, but keep in mind, as I said, this is a $1,000 account, and I'm essentially using settings for a $100 account, and I'm also only trading it on one pair rather than the 3 pairs that the developer has running on his test that is on my FX book, which I'll leave a link to down below in the description as well. So as I said, what you can see is that it is opening lot sizes of 0.01, so it's as small as possible, and the vast majority of our trades, in fact, all of our trades except for this tiny little one here, have been profitable. So pretty good start, I would say. Let's take a quick look at the track record on FX Blue, and what you can see is, yeah, very much like what you saw on the platform, just going up and up and up. If we look at the equity, you'll see that it's really following the line basically completely perfectly. And let's take a quick look at the stats, and what we can see is that we have a ridiculous profit factor of like almost 40. It's been trading for 33 days. Okay, we've got a tiny little floating loss at the moment of 30 cents, which is really nothing. And as exactly as expected, we've got a monthly return currently of 1.4% and a weekly return of 0.3%. I don't think we need to go too much further into the stats. I think everything you need you can see here. Now, based on this, I'm probably going to increase the risk a little bit because I've seen that the EA does work very well, particularly on this currency pair. Now, as mentioned, it's not really trading on any of the majors, right? So when we're trading on minors, particularly on the smaller pairs, what we need is we need really, really good trading conditions. And that is why we selected to trade this on IC Markets. So IC Markets is exceptionally well regulated. Firstly, they are one of the biggest brokers and one of the busiest brokers in the world. As you can see, about 500,000 trades a day. But what makes this broker particularly suitable for our purposes is that they have their servers running in a very fast data center, and 60% of the trades are algo trades, right? So this broker is, more than any other broker that I've traded with, is really well suited to algo trading. And if we look at their trading conditions, if we look at their Forex CFDs, because that's what we're trading at the moment, you can see that their spreads are really, really very small. I mean, the spreads start from 0, and I mean on average 0.03, 0.02. So really good spreads, and that's absolutely critical when you're trading an EA on smaller pairs, and particularly when you're trading a smaller account. It really does make a big difference. So let's come back to our platform, and I'll very quickly just show you some of the settings that I have. So I've changed some of them from the default, and I'll show you some of them. So first of all, I have the money management set to false. So I'm trading it on 0.01 lots. So it's fixed lots. I'm not trading on risk per trade as I have with some of the others. And on my grid, what you'll see is that I have the grid enabled, okay, but I have the grid management set to fixed, okay, so it's not a martingale, it is a grid system, but it's not a martingale, and that's why you're seeing that all of my trades here are 0.01. Now, I have this running as well. After I set up this live account, I wanted to also test it using the default settings, so absolutely default settings on all three currency pairs. So I open another demo account with IC Markets, and you can see that I have it trading here on the three currency pairs that are recommended. Now, this is a very, very new account as far as I know. This is only from the 25th, so it's a little over 2 weeks of trading. You can see that we have a few more losing trades, nothing significant, but you can see that the lots are increasing as it does a recovery, but not extensively. So it's not a grid martingale, it's more of a linear grid. So it's not going to double the grid sizes. So it's not going to go from 0.01, 0.02, 0.04, 8, etc. It's going to step up in the same lot sizes. So 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, and so on, as you can see here. Okay, so while we do have a few losing trades, it is still trading very, very low, and the default settings, it's trading on 2% risk per trade, but you'll see that we actually are still quite profitable. We've got $26 of a profit, and as I said, still pretty conservative, so looking good. Now, this particular EA is one of the paid EAs from Algo, the developer of the dark EAs, but he also has some very good free EAs, which I have reviewed and I'm currently trading with. I also share my track records and my set files, so if you want to try it for yourself, simply subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know as soon as a new video is published. Now, I want to show you one last thing that I'm doing to test this, and this is, I don't know, maybe a little bit riskier, but I'm okay to do it. I have it also on my Darwin-X account, and you'll see that I have a few other EAs running here, but in order to try and make my correlation less, what I've done is I've added this based on the results that I've seen so far. So again, this is trading with the default set files, so it is trading on 2% risk, and you can see that. So I only placed it on the chart yesterday, in fact, and you can see that we've only had one trade open and close so far, and we made a profit on it, but you can see that the lot sizes are obviously much bigger because 2% risk in this account is a much bigger lot size because this is a 100K account. So as I said, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to add another 2 charts onto this live account, the other 2 recommended, but I'm not going to use the default. I'm going to do a few back tests, and I'm probably going to do something similar to what I've done on this one. I'm going to test it on the other currencies with the same settings, and if it performs well, I'll use that set file, but if not, I'll tweak it and I'll change it a little bit just until I find the best settings or settings that I'm comfortable with. But if you like the performance that you're seeing on this account, what I'll do is I'll share the set file with you as well. This is the one that I created or that I changed a little bit. Okay guys, so as mentioned, I'm going to try a few extra things with it. I'm going to open up a few extra charts and place the EA onto the other currency pairs in the live account, and I'm going to monitor it in the demo account and the Darwin-X 0 account. I'll decide in a week or 2 if I'm going to leave the settings as is or if I'm going to play around a little bit, run some back tests and adjust it to get better results if I'm not happy with the results. You can keep an eye on the accounts using the links down below, and if you want to try it for yourself, I'll leave links to the robot and IC Markets in the description as well. Before you go, check out this video over here where I placed another of the dark EAs, a free EA, on a $200 live account using an asset that it wasn't strictly designed for. Thanks for watching, trade safe, and I'll see you soon.